Hello and welcome back everybody to Everlasting Summer. Today I come not live to you from the GameFAQs headquarters because I am going to walk through the shit out of Alisa's route now. At least for the beginning of Alisa's route. But before we do that, I don't actually want to talk about the Uliana route again. I think I've said everything I wanted to say in the last video and in the comments. So there is not really a need to talk about it again. But I want to talk about, what we learned in the Uliana route. About this world and what is going on actually. What is up with this whole parallel universe and stuff. So, we learned that Uliana said the exact same thing when she found the doll as Slavia did. Or at least something very, very, very similar. I don't know if it was the same word for word, but it was very similar. And kinda out of character for Uliana, to be honest. So this seems to be quite important, I guess. Also, I mentioned that in the first video of the Uliana route. This makes my theory that they are all one person or something. Or a representation of one person's different character traits. Or even they are all just like one entity, you know? One big thing, I don't know. Or maybe they are all the cat girl, that is also possible. Anyway, it seems that all the girls are at least somewhat connected. And the same thing, you know, like maybe something like the Borg, only, you know the Borg, Star Trek, The Next Generation, only with a bit more personality, I don't know. But at least it is very, very likely that they have some connections to each other. What else did we learn? Actually not much, except for the fact that Olga apparently did not know the cat girl, who's named Julia, by the way, if you're interested. I mean, that's a spoiler, but Jesus, it's a name, isn't it? It's just a name. So Olga didn't know her. And if she knew her, she wouldn't... we learned that nobody in the camp seems to be bullshitting Semyon. Nobody really knows what is going on. And that they don't tell him anything about the outer world and stuff like that. And how far is this away? How far is that away? Where are we? This is not because they want to bullshit Semyon, but because that are the boundaries of this world. You know, they can't go that far. They just can't. It's not because of ill will. Because if it was about ill will, Olga would not have mentioned the cat girl. So, Olga does also, at least if all the girls are the cat girl, and I take all the girls, I take Olga into that right now. If all the girls are the cat girl or something like that, this actually seems unlikely, because why would Olga then have seen the cat girl, you know? So it's probably a little bit different. Like the cat girl is the puppet master of all the girls or something like that. Still not 100% sure if they are real. I at least hope so. It would be very disappointing if all the girls were just fake, you know. Because Semyon actually got pretty close to some of them. And I mean, by the end of the game, pretty close to all of them. And it would be kind of sad to lose all his friends / love interests that way, you know, by saying, whoop, they're all not real. And to be honest, I can't imagine the game creators do that. That would be like a kick in the balls for all the players. So that I think that is unlikely. So I think that is all I had up my mind right now. So not a lot that we learned, but a bit. Alright, then now let's start the Alisa round. If I said in the Uliana route that I pretty much did everything wrong, I did not know how much I did wrong in the Alisa route, because I pretty much screwed everything up. I'm not too sad about this actually, because, you know, I did not want to get on the Alisa path or something, and I did not really want to get on Alisa's good side, you know. because she's kind of the kind of tsundere I personally do not like. First of all, tsundere is a very, very, very common stereotype in the anime world, and it's kind of boring. But if you are a tsundere and you are supposed to be at least a little bit likable, from my perspective, I know other people think differently, but from my perspective, you have to be the tsundere who is over-responsible and who's always angry with people because they are unresponsible. That I can kind of understand. She's just like rage against the machine for no reason. I guess maybe in this route we will learn about her reasons. Hopefully, at least. But you know, from the first glance, she's not a very enjoyable character. Also, I'm pretty sure in the end it will all be like, in reality, Alisa is not that scary and stuff, and actually she has a very good heart, and she's a softie in real life. I mean, we could see a little bit of that before, and all that good stuff, and you know, it's very likely that something like this happens. Also, I'm predicting Lena is going to go apeshit at some point, because that's always the thing. Always the thing. The quiet one goes crazy, the crazy one goes mild. Always. That's why I'm pretty sure that that is how this will go as well. At some point, at least. Okie dokie. What we are going to do now is we bet with Alisa against all my better judgment. Because apparently she likes a tough son of a bitch, or I don't know. I may regret it 100 times. Fine, I'll do it. She smiled. But if I win... Yeah, all fair. No cheating. Alisa turned, went up the stairs and inside the canteen. Why am I doing this? Because she can set me up regardless if she wants to. Since she decided to anyway. I let out a heavy sigh and followed her through the door. If you don't remember, this is the card game scene. We just betted. If we did not bet, she said she told everybody that Semyon molested her, which is pretty fucked up. Pretty fucked up, but okay. Hey, I'll go along with it. So, let's skip a few seconds ahead. And... oh, yeah, right. We have to take Jania. Okay. My bad. No, we skipped the tutorial. Of course we skipped the tutorial. So... oh god, I have to play the whole tournament? To win against Alisa? Oh, fuck me. Okay, but I have to win. I have to win. See you in a second. Finally. Jesus, Uljana took forever. She had 2 Joker and she wouldn't give me the fucking Joker. God damn it. Okay. But we did it. We beat Alisa. That is the only thing of importance. Okay, here we go. Oh, I have to click on win. Give me a second. Here we go. Hooray! I won. That will let Alisa know who rules the roost here. That means that betting with her wasn't a waste. I don't know, she can still, you know, screw you and stuff, but okay. Now the only thing left is to hope that she will not spread the false gossip because of a loss. Suddenly, I got a desire to celebrate my own victory and have a dip at the beach. To tell the truth, I do not really know how to swim. Jesus, really? But the possibility of diving into the cool water under the moonlight seemed attractive. Now we at least know why he never goes into the water. After all, I spent the whole of yesterday in my winter clothes, and surely you could nicely wring the sweat out of me. In the evening, no one should be here, so I took off all my clothes except my underpants and entered the water. Ah, we all see where this is going. If I only knew, I would have taken my swimming trunks along. Usually it was enough for me to swim for 15 or 20 meters, but this time the euphoria of my victory spurred me on to break this record. I swam slowly and tactfully, watching every movement of my arms and legs and keeping my breath steady. All of a sudden, wham! A strike on my back sent me underwater. I started to drown, but managed to force myself to jump out and grab the nearby buoy. Oh, this is a buoy. Also, the sky does not look like night or late evening or whatever. Also, yeah, I mean everybody saw that one coming, didn't they? I turned and saw Alisa swimming after me. What the hell are you doing? What am I doing? Hailing the victor. And what if I started drowning? Well, I would save you. Of course. It was just too dangerous to stay here. She could easily sink me again. I gathered all my strength and swam to the shore. I slowly started to catch my breath. Beach sand stuck to my body from head to toe. After some time, Alisa came out of the water. You know, you swim well. I wouldn't say so. Yeah, you too. Well, wasn't that obvious? I said nothing. You won twice against me today. That means I will forget 2 of your debts. What kind of debts is she talking about? It looks like Alisa has a problem with evaluating reality. Thanks a lot, I said sarcastically. You know, you're not as much of a loser as I thought. Alisa was wearing a swimsuit that perfectly emphasized the beauty of her figure. Okay, this camera is making me a little dizzy, but okay. Since when did I become a loser? She smiled cunningly. What's wrong? Aren't you one? Of course not. And how will you prove it? I don't have to prove anything. Oh, so is that it? She said without any anger. Yes, that is it. The silence was expected. The light wind gently played with the waves, sending them to the shore and taking them back after. Alisa was still looking through me as if, it seemed, she completely forgot about my presence. Hey, Earth to Alisa. Her lost look immediately switched back to her normal one. Anyway, bye-bye. Well, I have to say, compared to the random dance of Slavia at the lake, this was pretty normal. She picked up her clothes lying nearby and left. Oh, was that already it? No, I don't think so, no. It was late, but I decided to spend a little bit more time lying on my back and stargazing. After all, I didn't have that many opportunities for that before. Or I simply tried to avoid every opportunity. Well, if we think about it, the light from faraway stars reach us only after millions of years. I somehow feel like I've heard that before. Did I hear that before? Wait a minute, No, I didn't. Okay. Right now I can see the star because it was shining back then, long in the past. And now the star is gone, already exploded. Wait a minute. She took my clothes too! Oh, so that is the joke. I got up and looked around the beach. No doubt about it, Alisa took my pioneer uniform. Damn it! And I was just starting to think that maybe she is not so spoiled. She just can't read today, it's amazing. You know, after let's playing quite a bit, you know, for now quite some time, I kinda got the hang of not reading bullshit all the time. But Jesus, today I'm reading bullshit together once again. I need to come up with an idea quickly. Certainly I could go and complain to Olga, but not in my wet underpants. I didn't know which cabin Alisa lives in either. And knocking on every door is certainly not a good idea. Maybe I should go to Slavia. Yes, of course. At night, wearing my underpants. The only thing missing is a rose in my teeth. Hey. After the Slavia route, I would pretty much do anything for a better ending with Slavia. Overall, it looks like I am screwed. In any case, I have to do something. I was lucky not so much time had passed since she left, so I could still catch up with Alisa. Hurry up. In the blink of an eye, I found myself at the square. To my great surprise, Alisa was sitting on a bench, apparently bored. She had already changed. Give them back. Yeah, sure. Take 'em, she muttered with a guilty tone and handed back my uniform. Don't think I was waiting for you on purpose or anything like that, you baka. Alisa turned her back and set off towards the cabins at an easy pace. I was left standing riveted to the spot. I didn't expect such a twist. The guild did its job, perhaps. Fat chance. Anyway, it's better to keep away from her, and recent events do not change a thing. So, like in the Ulyana route, Semyon is the last one to catch up with the facts, you know. He does not realize Ulyana is in reality nice, and he also does not realize that Alisa is just a little awkward and angry all the time, but actually she's not a bad person. Hopefully this won't be a thing the whole route again. Like, hopefully he catches up on day 5 with that. Please. I headed to Olga's cabin. Oh yeah, but this we definitely already saw. Okie dokie, see you in a second when we are back at, I don't know, somewhere, I guess. So, see you in a second. Okay, apparently we're already at the concert scene. So this time we will come to our little private concert with Alisa, and that will be the thing instead of the dance scene, I guess. So we're pretty much very far into it already. I kinda have the feeling I did with Ulyana and Slavia more before that. On the other hand, that's probably untrue. So I don't know, maybe it's just me. Okay, I'll come. Between shame at the dance party and Alisa's mad guitar skills, I'd rather pick the latter. Goodbye. She smiled strangely. I was just wondering if the decision I made was the right one when I suddenly was interrupted by a ringing, calling the pioneers for lunch. Oh well, that wasn't much of anything, so see you once again in a second. Alrighty, here we go. To the personal meeting with Alisa. I'm going to see Alisa instead of the dance. Okay, no. No stupid voices. No stupid voices, I promise. Alright, here we go. So, it's time then. Whoops, wrong button again. What's wrong with me today? A few minutes later, I approached the stage. Maybe it was a bad idea accepting her offer. Just talking to Alisa means danger. On the other hand, I wasn't eager to go to the dance. What can I do there? I would only disgrace myself. No, I'm better off listening to Alisa play the guitar. Probably some love song or something. Maybe she has a classic guitar with her. Coming closer, I saw a person sitting on the edge of the stage, with her legs dangling. So, you came after all. Alisa put the guitar aside and jumped to the ground. There was even a trace of joy on her face for a moment. Playing for someone is surely more interesting than being alone. As you can see. What are we going to do? What do you mean, what? I'm asking you. Well, you wanted to. I got a sudden idea that this situation is one of unusual pranks, and I should never have expected to hear any guitar songs. I'm going to bed, bye. I turned around and waved a hand intentionally slowly. Hey! Alisa grabbed my sleeve. What? Don't you want to listen? Listen to what? You yourself don't know what you are going to do. Of course I know. She took the guitar and hit the strings with a plectrum a couple of times. Sit next to me. Told you a classical guitar. Told you. Knew it. Called it. I may not be able to read, but I am able to predict shit. Maybe these two. Whoops. God damn it, mouse. Maybe these two abilities I have switch. When I can read, I predict nonsense. When I can't read, I predict correct things. Maybe I'm on a time loop myself, where I repeat all shit over and over again, only in a slightly different manner each time. Wow. Mind blown. I didn't object, and in a moment I was sitting beside her. It's better this way. Miss the dance, leave now, and then what would I do? The role of a stranger was more suitable for a passive observer, and not for the eager seeker of answers, who I wanted to be so badly. So, I'll show you how to play the song now. Just like that? Right away? What do you mean right away? I haven't held a guitar for a long time. She could probably guess how long it has been since I had held one. My skills were enough to make a cat laugh. It's not difficult. I threw an intense look at Alisa. It distinctly seemed to me now that she just can't express her feelings. Hallelujah! Woo! Woo, it's day 3. What's wrong, Semyon? Are you ill? Are you okay? Do you need to see the nurse? She could lose her strange self-control for a moment, and I would get to see a casual and even funny and friendly girl. And then when her self-confidence and impudence turned back on, it was bitchiness as usual. So, you already caught on, he's good. Okay, in this route I guess I like Semyon. And which is the real one? Yeah, that is probably... depending on your ending, I guess? Hey! What? Stop daydreaming. Oh yeah, sorry. So, are you watching? I am. What song is this? The one I played in this morning, of course. Oh, okay. I'm listening. Alisa made up her mind and started to play. That's it. Did you get everything? Sorry, my mouse. I have a few cable problems here. My mouse cable is inside of my earphone cables, and for that reason every time I move, the mouse moves as well. I should kinda consider doing something about that. Sorry. I may have understood it, but I probably won't be able to replicate it. How shall I put it? That's okay. Practice makes perfect. She's undoubtedly right on this point, but I have had problems with practice all my life. Oh well, I took the guitar from Alisa and tried to play the first chord. It was hard, as if my fingers tied in a knot, and didn't want to be in the right place. I used to be better before, but now I wouldn't even be able to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Well, wait a moment. Looks like you won't be a rock hero. She laughed kindly. It may be better this way. I hissed, vainly trying to remember the order of strings to press. Well, the guitar started to make devilish sounds, resembling the groans of a wounded dinosaur. My left-hand fingers constantly missed the right frets, and my right hand didn't strike in rhythm. Let's call that progressive rock. Progressive? Well, give it back. She took the guitar away, and it sounded completely different in her hands. I felt embarrassed by my clumsiness for a moment. Alisa's skill may not be on the level of a professional guitarist, but nevertheless she played simple things like this with confidence. She must have had a lot of practice. Did you get it this time? She finished and offered the guitar to me. Well... I did better the second time, but it was still a long way from Alisa's level. Or from any decently adequate level. I was aware of how totally worthless I was compared to her. It seems so simple. Just play a song with 3 chords. Nothing is easy in the beginning, that's normal. The tune is too simple, though. I put the guitar aside. Alisa was lost in thought for a moment. Even a preschool kid could play it better. Thanks. I tried. So I noticed. She might be trying to demonstrate her evident superiority at playing the guitar. It's not like everyone can be a musician. Not really. Alisa looked up at the sky. Though you can't be one, that is for sure. Why is that? You should have hurt yourself. I started to regret coming here. Well, don't mind me. Why does Alisa need to do this? It's obvious that I'm a horrible guitarist. Obviously. But if I had some practice... So, will you practice? I don't know. Maybe I will. The guitar was the least of my problems, though. I'm stuck in a strange world I can't escape from. That's more important than a stupid argument with Alisa. I suddenly felt an annoying self-pity, apathy, and an urge to leave this place, to forget this evening. Those feelings left a nasty impression, and a burning desire to do, or say, something stupid. As if it would change anything. What? Me learning to play the guitar. You surely couldn't. You would strum the guitar for a couple of days and give it up. Alisa's word pierced my heart. You know what? Oh well, should she know? Is it any of her concern of hers? Am I reacting this way just because it's true, and that it's Alisa who spoke that truth? You can't know how to do everything. Probably not, but you should be able to at least do something. So are you saying that I can't do anything? How should I know? You know, I what? Should I tell her about my computer skills? Or about the books I've read and movies I have watched? Oh well, this is a pointless conversation. That goes without saying. You're only concerned with having fun. And you do nothing but whine. Both have a pretty good point here. I start getting the feeling they might be a good couple. Forget it. I jumped down from the stage and walked away from the concert area. Go then, I heard Alisa yelling to me. I'm already going, I hissed. Like an old couple. The path led me back to the square. There was Slavia in the center of it, sweeping the area. I guess this is not the same, no, probably not the same as in the Slavia route. Oh, Semyon, hi. I thought everyone was already asleep. No. What are you doing? Cleaning up after the ball. Why didn't you come? Just, And where have you been? I hadn't the slightest intention of telling Slavia how I embarrassed myself on stage with the guitar in front of Alisa while the whole camp was having fun at the square. I took a walk. Okay, but you should have come. It was fun. Glad you enjoyed yourself. I'd been sweating like a pig today because of worries, or just the hot night. Hey, do you know where I can have a bath? Oh, I see where this is going. Certainly, go straight, then a bit to the left by the path, then to the right, and there will be a bathhouse. Should I accompany you? No, no need. I'll find it myself. I totally didn't want to burden her more. I walked along the forest path in the direction Slavia showed. My whole body was itching. How didn't I notice it before? And more importantly, what else hadn't I noticed? If things keep going like this, then I'll have to stay in this world forever. I shivered at the thought. Probably at the idea that I didn't feel any terror, or even just fear. Just like it's all the natural flow of things. I could see a bathhouse behind the trees, oh yeah. Let's see. I'm not sure. Is Alisa already in it? Or is he in it and Alisa is the intruder? But he kinda has to learn that Alisa is not that... I don't know. Let's see. But we all know it's going this way, don't we? And why do the pioneers have baths here? Olga had said something about repairs to the showers, though. No reason to worry about it now. There was soap and clean towels, so I quickly washed myself, went outside and breathed in a chest full of fresh night air. Ah, it is so wonderful that physically cleanliness brings spiritual cleanliness, Jesus. All of my problems, if not went away, then at least became less important. It's like the water washed away not only dirt from my body, but also the anxiety from my mind. I suddenly started yawning, so I headed to the leader's cabin, rubbing my eyes. Oh, no bath intrusion. Huh. That is kind of surprising. Also, what's up with her eyes? I kind of find this look confusing. I didn't take even a few steps before Alisa jumped out from the bushes. What are you doing here? I was just washing myself. She came to her senses and spoke again. And? And what? How should I know? Then why do you speak if you don't know? All my peace of mind vanished in a moment. Only the irritation and the weariness remained. Okay, well, if you don't mind. Wait. Now what? If back there on stage you thought that, well, I didn't want to offend you or anything. It's okay, I'm not offended. I just can't play the guitar. Nothing special. A lot of people can't. I felt that there were more obvious signs of irritation in my voice, but I couldn't do anything about it. I wanted to say everything to her face, right here, right now. Exactly, you can't. Alisa obviously restrained herself from laughing. Oh, I have already had enough of you. She totally drove me out of my wits at the moment. In another second, I would have started to yell at her. Or worse, Jesus. Don't overdo it, man. Wait, would you just leave me alone? Alisa followed me, but didn't try to stop me. I really didn't want to offend. Some invisible power made me to turn around. Okay, can I go now? Yes, of course. Jesus, and now we're back to Dick Semyon. He's himself a tsundere. He's a bitchy-ass bitch. In the moonlight, Alisa looked very beautiful with a brief guilty expression on her face. Man, you change your mood in seconds. she could only keep her mouth shut. What are you smirking at? Although... Nothing. I just thought that if only you were a little bit more polite. Then what? I shouldn't say such things. People could get ideas, depending on their intellectual abilities, Jesus. Then nothing. You should finish what you started. There's nothing to finish. I'm very tired and I'm going to sleep. Actually, that was a good one, you know? It applies to the situation, you should finish what you start. It applies to the situation, but also to his whole life. That's a good one. Stop right there. Don't make me run away from you. As if you could. She may be right. I'm already exhausted from this day. And, naturally, I had no intention of running after a bath. So what? What? If only I would be more polite, then what? Try it, and you will see. Why should I do anything for a fool like you? Then don't try. What does it have to do with me? I sighed and dragged myself to the square. And what about you, then? What? I replied without turning to her. Well, if I would, then you... I don't know what you are talking about, but let's think that I would, if it is easier for you. Moron! Alisa yelled at me and headed to the bathhouse. Am I the only person that is slightly confused right now? I'm not really sure what was going on there. Oh well. The square shined with the cleanness of a German road. You have never been to Germany. You have never been to Germany. Which were washed with shampoo, or so people said. The best part about this is, I have a friend who has outlandish roots. Let's put it like that, not German roots, and he always complains how dirty the streets in Germany are. And it's true, they are fucking dirty. I mean, maybe not very dirty, but like compared to countries like Japan or something like that, we are the trash. Like for real. That's Slavia for you. And I just argued with Alisa and nothing else. What for? As if it was really necessary. And her behavior. So Slavia is still swiping, I guess. Oh no, Slavia swiped well, right, and the German road, now I get it. In any other situation, I would have surely said that Alisa likes me and just hide it behind her rudeness. But that's not important right now. What? Relationships, love, anything. Maybe she isn't even human. Okay, that is a valid point. That is a valid point, Simeon. That still kind of makes it weird that you are so rude to her. And what if she was a human, and all this was happening in the real world? I drove those thoughts away and headed to the leader's cabin. Tiredness had overwhelmed me. It was like an invisible obstacle stopped me in front of the door. Olga certainly would like to know where I was and why I missed the dance. I'll get a full interrogation for sure. Counting the absence of Alisa at the dance too, it wouldn't be hard to guess that we skipped it together. On the other hand, should I even tell her that instead of going to the dance, Alisa practiced playing the guitar, and I just went along with the flow? Nothing special, actually. Doesn't really matter why I left. So, at the same time, I thought that it could be better to keep silent. Well, I'll decide on the spot. I sighed and pulled the door handle. Olga was already waiting for me, wearing a dress. So, Semyon, where have you been? Wait a second. Game facts. Tell me what to do. Go take a look, accept Alisa's offer, go to Alisa's. Make up another excuse, of course. Thank you, Game facts. Make up another excuse. I was just walking around. Makes actually a lot of sense. You know, not selling Alisa out. That would be pretty shitty. Alone? Yes. Okay, that is not important. Why didn't you come to the ball? Well, frankly speaking, I don't like dancing. So what? That was a camp public event, which means every pioneer had to attend. She looked at me intently. You could just sit somewhere quietly. I'm sorry. I sighed. Okay. The leader softened. Go to bed quickly. The storm had passed. Is that it? I tossed around and turned, but couldn't sleep. Wait a second. No, okay. Still Alisa things, I guess. My head was full of thoughts about music, guitars, and Alisa. I already like that Semyon has more intro perspective. He thinks about things. He analyzes things. I mean, he's still a bit dickish, but at least he's not stupid, you know? Stupidly dickish, but dickish. Dickish, Jesus. My head was full of thoughts about music, guitars, and Alisa. I wonder, could I become a professional musician? Do I even want to be one? Why should I want to? It certainly would be pretty funny, but nothing else. Also a lot of drugs and stuff like that. Or is Alisa the reason? She really is like an energy vampire, sucking all your juices. Semyon, don't be so dirty. My eyes started to close and I fell asleep a moment after. Okay, but now this is probably over. Same old, same old. I'm just checking. But I mean, like 90... Yeah, okay. Alright, so I guess we'll end the episode right here. I am not sure if I'm over 30 minutes. Might be that I'm not over 30 minutes in. But anyway. I should be... I'm not too sure. We'll see. We'll see. If this episode is a bit shorter, I guess nobody would complain anyway. So, thank you everybody for watching. Come back for the next part. I swear I'll be able to read in the next part again. And I'll see you then. Bye-bye.